Hello and welcome to the John B. Levy & Company podcast. I'm your host, Rick Young. What's the outlook for commercial real estate for 2010? Here's John.
We're looking a lot better than we were looking in 2009. 2009, we started off almost with what I'd call the Armageddon trade. People were predicting the collapse, not just of individual banks, but of the banking system. 2010 feels a lot better. It may not feel terribly robust, but this is going to be a better year, and probably the second half better than the first half. So a little bit of a slow start, clearly better than 2009. But we're going to have a number of bank failures. We're not through with the bank failure business. It'll be in areas, for example, Arizona, Florida, California, Michigan, Ohio, and there are reasons behind each of those which vary from the cars to condos.
What about the rebirth of CMBS?
Absolutely going to happen this year. We saw the first cracks in the ice last year, 3 CMBS deals, which in fact was 3 more than most people predicted. We think this year we'll see the first multi-borrower CMBS deal. It won't resemble the CMBS that we knew and loved in 2007, but it will be the rebirth of CMBS with reasonable and rational underwriting.
Now, do you see this as an indication that things are getting better without government help?
I do. I think the government definitely needed to step in, but right now I think we will see the rebirth of CMBS, and I don't think it'll be because of the TALF program, but because of the third party in the public markets.
Now, what about the issue of real estate values, commercial real estate values? Do you see a rebound this year?
It's going to be a while. There are people that are way too optimistic in our opinion, and they think that 2010 will see a resurgence in values 2011. We don't think so. I mean, if you want to put this in perspective, the NASDAQ, which measured the dot-coms, hit a record of 5,000 in 2000. Right now, 10 years later, it's still under 3,000. So we don't need to get back necessarily to the levels that we were. It could take a long while for that. We think this will be rather protracted.
Is this a good thing overall?
It's probably a good thing in that we are probably avoiding another bubble, but we will have an increase in real estate values. Hopefully it just won't be a bubble. Hopefully it'll be a gradual increase in values over time, and that depends really on how well the economy grows. You know, if it grows very quickly, that's obviously helpful.
Last year, everyone was talking about those huge bank bailouts. This year, big question is, how can real estate developers and investors get a direct piece of that stimulus package?
Well, for most there isn't, but for some there are. For example, if you own or invest in apartments, there's an absolute direct piece of the pie because you can borrow and get a real estate loan on your multifamily apartments from Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae, and those rates are 0.5% to 1% less than if you borrowed from an insurance company. So if you happen to be an investor in multifamily, you're going to get a direct bailout and it goes right to you.
So 2010 looks good to you, John?
Yeah, I think we're on the uptick. Slower in the first half, better in the second half, but this will be a better year. We'll see the rebirth of CMBS. We'll see more money. There just won't be a gusher, certainly earlier in the year.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Next time on John B. Levy & Company, has the thaw started in commercial real estate, or will the deep freeze continue? This podcast produced by John B. Levy & Company. For more information, contact us at 804-644-2000 or online at jblevyco.com.